Hey there, Westchester University alumni. My name is Justin Sachoka, and welcome in to Ramblings Live. So good to have you here. And it's a bittersweet day because Ramblings Live has been going on for almost 1 year now. I think we're just about at the 1 year anniversary. And today is going to be my last show. I am so grateful for every single one of you that have jumped on for all of the interviews as we've gotten to know more alumni. We've gotten to know more faculty and staff from Westchester University. And Ramblings Live is going to continue. I'm just going to go off to do some other things. But we have two new hosts that are going to be joining us here on Ramblings Live. And we're going to get to know them today. They're both great friends of mine, and I'm excited for you to get to know them and have them here on Ramblings Live. They're going to take over starting next week. But we wanted to do a little get to know you episode. So without any further ado, let's bring in from the class of 2014, somebody that I graduated with. This is Iman Griffin. Nice to see you, Iman.
Nice to see you too. How are you?
I am doing well. I'm so excited that you're going to be joining the Ramblings Live team as a host. But it's not just you. We also have class of 2016. Miss Anjelica Finore also joining us as well.
Hello,
hey,
hello.
So I'm going to split our screen up here so we can see everybody all on the big side here. How are you both doing? How's everything been? Iman, how are you doing?
So everything's been great. I survived the pandemic. I'm here, and I'm so excited to just jump on board and partner up with Anjelica.
Yeah, Anjelica, how are you doing?
I'm pretty good, just working from home constantly and getting to the beach as much as I can. Hence the nautical, what's that amount? Hence these little nautical doodads behind me.
Are you at the beach now? Let's go wherever we're at. What beach are you at?
I am at Ocean City, New Jersey. So I was just always planning to come down this week. So here we are. I'm taking it live from the shore.
Nice.
Live from the shore. I love it. And Iman, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from North Philly, where I was born and raised. So I'm just here in my, but I had a walk in a park. I live across the street from the park. So I'm getting my son in too.
Okay, good. Excellent. Well, let's talk about what brought you to Westchester University first. We want to get to know both of you a little bit better. Iman, let's start off with you. You graduated in 2014. You're born and raised from Northeast Philadelphia, but what brought you to Westchester University?
Yeah, so I actually started at IUP. So I went to Indiana University of Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is another state school about 5 hours away. It was just really, really cold up there, really, really isolated. And at the time I was a communications major. So I was like, I really need to have like access to internships. And like, I'm in the middle of the mountains. And I had a ball at IUP, love IUP. But I decided to come to Westchester because it was another really great state school. I would be closer to my parents and my family. And I also would have access to like all the internships and stuff like that. So I'm really happy I transferred to Westchester because it turned out to be such a great experience. Like I'm still friends with so many people that I went to school. Like I'm still like best friends with my roommate from sophomore year.
Oh. That's awesome. Well, we're happy you came to Westchester University as well. There's no doubt about that. And Anjelica, where are you from? And then what brought you to WCU?
Yeah, so I'm from the good county of Delaware County, so not too far up the pike from Westchester. And I was a lunatic my senior year of high school that I applied to 13 colleges because I was 13 colleges. But wow. Westchester was my first because I went on a tour and I just loved the town with all the trees, and the campus was like small but big. So I was like, well, if I don't get into Westchester, I need 12 backups. But I got into Westchester, so it was all fine. Not plan B, plan B to plan K, I guess, at that point. So,
well, that was smart. That was being resourceful. I went to Westchester first, left, and said that's where I'm going to school. And then I went to 4 other colleges and said that's where I'm going to school for each and every one of them, but came back to Westchester in the end. So that's where it ended for me.
It's the best.
It is the best. There's no doubt about that. Let's talk about, Anjelica, what was your major when you were at Westchester?
I was a communications major from beginning to end, kind of came in knowing that really my only true talent is talking. So I was like, I'll just major in it and I'll perfect it and I'll figure it out from there. So yeah, I was communications from the beginning.
Well, it's obviously serving well here. Iman, how about you? What was your major?
Same thing. Just like Anjelica, I knew I had the gift of the gab. I'm like, let's just talk for a living. Let's just do that. So I went and came in for communications, and best decision ever.
I'm sure people will find it shocking that there's 3 communications majors that graduated from Westchester that are doing Ramblings Live.
That's weird.
Go figure. I know.
I would have never
Who would have
guessed.
thought? How about extracurricular at Westchester University? Iman, you and I, we worked at Sykes Student Union together, but what else were you involved in?
Yes, I worked at Sykes Student Union, so I probably gave like everyone keys or a laptop at some point, including Anjelica. But yes, I gave her her keys. But for the most part, I did try radio for a little bit. I was involved with the Black Student Union, and this. I don't know if this is an extracurricular activity, but I spent a lot of my time in tutoring for Italian. That was pretty much an extracurricular activity because I spent a lot of time.
You wait, tutoring Italian?
No, I was getting tutored because I took a test.
Okay.
I needed to pass it.
I thought you were the two. I was like, you never told me you spoke Italian.
I can translate a menu, but that's about it.
That's all that matters.
Well, that's important. That's a pretty big, important skill to have. Now, Anjelica Finore, you're Italian.
I am Italian. I tried to study Italian. I also was just spending many, many hours being tutored and not retaining anything. My Italian teacher literally told me, I think you're going to be a good mother one day, but I just don't think Italian's the language for you. I was like, how do those two things, can I just pass? Because I'm studying more for this Italian test than I am for my major. Like, I'm just stressed. So
besides stressing over Italian, what else did you do?
Oh yeah, so I was on WCU Weekly with Justin that Justin started.
Right.
I did the radio. I was a sister of Delta Phi Epsilon, and I was a leadership consultant for 2 years. So I loved my time.
And you went to class.
And I went to class.
In the middle of all of that, yeah.
No, I never skipped class. I've had perfect attendance since kindergarten.
No way.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, I think I only skipped one class freshman year to go out to lunch with my mom. She was in town, and I was like, I'll skip it, and honestly, I had I had a stomach ache the entire day. It was horrible. Never again.
I skipped quite a bit of class. There was
a lot I did not go quiet.
Yeah, I was not the
no. Like I said, I am a full-blown lunatic. So
not at all. So when it comes to Westchester University, when it comes to the town of Westchester, what is your favorite thing? I'll give you a second to think about it. This could be your favorite bar. This could be your favorite spot on campus to read a book. Your favorite, maybe your favorite professor. What is your favorite thing at Westchester? And Iman, let's start off with you.
Okay, I'm gonna name 2 things. Okay, so Professor Lorden, he taught me public relations and advertising, and I remember everyone warned me about how challenging his class would be, and they were right. It was so challenging, but like so much of what I learned in his class, I still use, and also every time I did an internship and I told someone Lorden was my professor, they would be like, "Oh, tell him I said hello. He knows everyone." Yeah. Also, that like farmers market was called Carlino's, right? In town, there's like a
Carlino's. Little Italian market.
It's so great. Like, there's so many amazing finds in there. Like, go. Everyone should go.
It is really good. Have you had what's the tomato pie?
Yeah.
Yes, I have had that before. It's so good.
Angelica's like, yeah, of course I have.
Absolutely.
Why would you even ask that?
Anjelica, how about you? What's your favorite thing? Is it the Italian pie or the tomato pie from Carlino's?
It's so tough. I second everything Iman said, but I'm like, Sykes holds a near and dear place to my heart. I feel like I was there more than I was in like my dorms or my apartments, especially the little student section that was upstairs. So I really, really love Sykes. And I'm like a little upset that I never got to reap the benefits of all of the upgrades that they just did. Like the food court, how it's all laid out now, the terrace outside.
Nice.
I always
It's never too late to come back and visit.
Oh,
you can always go back.
I'm there a lot. And then I really am a stickler for Jocko Taco up in town. Like that was always my jam.
I've never had it.
Me neither.
I've never been there.
Okay, well, Justin.
All right, we got to give it a try.
Mistakes.
Clearly. Obviously. Well, let's dive into what both of you are doing right now. You both are communications majors. You graduated from Westchester University. Of course, you're going to be taking over Ramblings Live, but I'm sure you have your own jobs that you do on the side. So the Iman, or actually, we just start off with you, Iman. Let's go over to Angelica. Angelica, tell us what you are up to these days.
Yeah, so right now I work at QVC, right in the backyard of Westchester, and currently I am the guest excellence training specialist. So in everyday terms, that is like the on-camera training specialist. So whether it's a new host or a new on-air guest, they first have to come through my doors before they go on air. I don't know why I have that responsibility. It's pretty shocking sometimes that I get to do it, but it's really fun, and it's fun to like help these entrepreneurs get on air. So it's been enjoyable. I love it.
What has been, or maybe has there been a specific entrepreneur or guest that has come through that has been like your absolute favorite, someone that you couldn't believe you got to work with?
Yes. So honestly, we're having Anthony Sullivan come through currently. He's the guy for OxyClean, which I know he's not necessarily an entrepreneur, but he's just so nice. It's always fun. And then and Chris Gronkowski's brother came through. The guy,
really?
His brother came through, and I thought he was just so nice, and his idea was really great. Like, it's That's this awesome. Water bottle that does everything. So they've been two really cool people that I've got to connect with.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Iman, how about you? I know you have roots back to QVC as well, but what are you up to these days?
Yes, it's true. I do have roots. We all here are connected to QVC. I started out as an associate producer there, so shouts to QVC. But right now I'm actually working as a special projects associate for the Learning Exchange at Youth Build Philly. So Youth Build Philly is like a nonprofit and charter school. We help young people who have been disconnected from school have a second or third chance of getting their diploma, vocation certification, and it's just a really positive school experience. So I love being part of this community where I'm just around young people all day. Like, their energy is just the thing I needed. So yeah, I love it. I really do.
Well, you're a perfect person for that. There's no doubt. And I've seen a lot of your Instagram posts. It's pretty there, but let's actually talk Instagram handles over here. If anybody wants to follow you, Iman, where can you be found?
Yeah, so you can find me on Instagram at Iman Matei. You can watch me cook some vegan food and try skincare, because that's literally what my life is about. And you might see a sneak peek of my students as well.
Angelica, your Instagram handle, because I saw you try and figure it out.
I couldn't remember. I'm like,
it's Angelica.
It's just, I think it's A Finore, right?
A Finore, yeah.
There we go. I made that back in junior of high school. I forgot what it is. I'm literally a grandma who shouldn't be allowed to touch technology, so it's bad.
If you want to follow Angelica and Iman, there you go. There's their Instagrams. You can head on over there and keep up with them and see what they're up to on social media. But we're going to take the two of you back to Westchester University. We're going to play a little game. We love to play games with our guests when they come on here. How well do you think you know the buildings of Westchester University? Well, okay, Iman is not for it, and Angelica is for it.
I'm really competitive. I'm sorry.
Are you?
Iman.
Okay,
yeah.
Well, we're gonna keep score here between the two of you. We're gonna play Name That Hall. Here's how it works. We're gonna bring up a picture of a hall, and you need to chime in and let us know what the name of the hall is. This is the first one we're gonna get started with. Anyone?
See, this isn't fair, because this is the science building, and none of us, were
is
forced
this Anderson?
to take
What'd you say, Iman?
Anderson Hall?
That it is not. No. Angelica's right. This is the science building.
That's what I always called it, the science building, where the people who knew science went to.
Yeah. I went there for environmental science.
Yeah.
You didn't retain the name. It's the Schmucker Science Center. That's what we're looking for there, Schmucker. How about this one?
The main hall?
Angelica?
Anderson.
That's Anderson. Iman! You just had the name. All right, we got 1 point for Angelica here. How about this one? Yeah, Angelica, your boop is fantastic. Yes, go for it.
Schmidt
it is. Yes, 2 for Angelica. 2 on the board, and Iman, you got to catch up here. Will she catch up with this one?
That's a library.
No,
come on.
It's not.
Come on.
Remember.
Angelica?
Actually, Asplin Hall, Asplin Castle, Asplin building.
I've never heard of that building.
You've never heard of this?
It's the Whispering Arch.
What classes are in that?
None.
Well, it's where orientation was. It's the president's office. Right. It's the. How about this one?
Mr. WCU took place.
Yes.
Um,
Oh, Anjelica, it's on the tip of your tongue there.
it's the teacher building. It's where the teachers go.
That's right. So the name of it, I'll give you a hint, it starts with an R.
Starts with, is it Ruby something?
No, Ruby Jones, I think, is the one you're looking for, but that's not it.
An
Recitation Hall.
Wow. Okay.
One. Recitation.
I guess this is really showing my age because I feel like I knew it. Boop.
Anjelica.
Ruby B. Jones.
It's Ruby something. That's exactly it. Ruby Jones Hall. Iman, you almost got it. How about this one? It was not there when any of us went to Westchester.
This was not there when any of us went to Westchester?
No, this is new. Okay. Anjelica?
Commonwealth? Is that the Commonwealth building?
No, Commonwealth was there when we were there, I believe. Maybe not. I think they were building it.
This has the stock exchange ticker in it, though, which is cool.
It does? Okay. And what building would have the stock exchange in it? What type of
business building?
Business building it is. That's
it.
right.
That's the name of it? Business building?
Yeah. This is it's the business building. That's what it's called. Cool. And this is the last one.
Is this the music? This is where the theater things happen, right?
The theater things don't happen here. Now, whenever I went here, it was like a play. There was high moments, low moments. People laughed. I mean, there was a lot going on. Anjelica, what is it?
The gym, the workout
facility. The rec center.
In here. Right. This is where the rock wall is.
Yes.
That's where the rock wall is. Yes.
It looks so different from the outside.
That is named that hall. And two of you are going to be hosting that game coming up in a little bit because you two are taking over as the host of Ramblings Live. Iman, you're going to have to brush up a little bit.
I'm sorry. I don't remember the calls from 2014. Silly me.
Iman, where did you live freshman year? I mean, where'd you live when you moved to Westchester?
I went to South Campus. I lived in
I lived in South Campus.
Yep. I liked South.
When were you at South Campus? Were we neighbors?
I was in the Village. Were you in the Village?
No, I was in South Campus apartments.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was in the Village.
Okay, so we were neighbors. It's not like we were.
Kinda, yeah. We were pretty close.
Yeah, we never saw each other, but we were both there. We were there at the same time.
It's like, so there's that. Justin's a nice guy.
Yeah. Oh, think that's very kind. You're full of lies, but that's very, very kind. All right. We are going to wrap up here. It's been an absolute pleasure having the two of you join here with us on Ramblings Live. And so looking forward to the two of you taking this on and hosting, and we'll certainly tune in. And Facebook is the spot to do it. All of the upcoming episodes are going to be listed on there, and you can catch Iman and Anjelica as they host Ramblings Live. Let me ask each of you, what are you most excited for? Anjelica, let's start off with you.
Oh, I'm really excited to meet some alumni that I've never met before and ask them questions. I love a good question round, so I'm pumped for that.
All right, excellent. Iman, how about you?
Same. I feel like this conversation really took me back to my Westchester days, which were such like a happy and exciting time in life. So I'm just excited to connect with other alumni and see where they are.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait to watch your shows and wish the two of you the best of luck. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you on Ramblings Live sometime soon.
Yeah. Can't wait.
I'll see you both soon.
Yeah. Bye.
That right there is Anjelica and Iman, who are the new hosts of Ramblings Live. It's been an absolute pleasure to be able to host Ramblings Live for you for the past year, and I am so looking forward to tuning in and watching as Anjelica and Iman take over. You're going to be in really, really good hands. Until next time, which probably is going to be at a campus event, I'm Justin Sachoka. I hope to see you sometime soon.